on a new automatic generator system. Now, our reputation for quality keeps us very busy this time of year, but we still have room for you. Call without delay. And once your generator is installed, we'll be there to service and maintain it for years to come. Call me, Greg, at Tropical Generator, 239-206-4509 or tropicalgenerator.com. That's 239-206-4509 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Slider Man toll free, 866-594-1969.
Hey, Alexa.
Is finally over. Apple is set to unveil its new iPhones tomorrow. The new models will range in size from 5.4 inches to 6.7 inches. There's also talk that we'll see a fourth model, more of a basic model with an even smaller display. It's expected to be named iPhone 12 Mini. All these phones will have the 5G wireless network.
Collier County parents, you have a decision to make. Next at 6, the survey going out today that will determine how your students learn the second quarter.
Plus, clicking unsubscribe on those junk emails could lead to a bigger problem. All new at 6, what you need to know to keep your information safe.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee, 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires month 5.
Dial star 2020. Friends I Care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. Cataract surgery has come a really long way, but did you know that only about 50% of patients actually achieve their targeted vision without glasses? And that's even after cataract surgery. It's difficult to predict how the eye will heal before cataract surgery, but with France Eye Care's state-of-the-art technology, through what they call light adjustable lens, you can now customize your vision after cataract surgery. The light adjustable lens is made of a special photosensitive material that changes the implanted lens in response to UV light. So the power of this lens is previewed and then adjusted after your cataract surgery, making sure it's right for you. Call France Eye Care today to see if you qualify. Dial star 2020 from your cell phone or give them a shout, 239-418-0999.
France Eye Care.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here. But you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor, at Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26 to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for Q2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traveling southbound to Bonita Beach Road, we're at about 1.5 miles of a backup. If you're heading south of Corkscrew, don't get stuck in this. Stick to US 41 or stick to Three Oaks. Both are up to speed. Also some slowdowns in Fort Myers, just a touch already on Daniels Parkway heading towards I-75, as well as on Veronica Shoemaker heading north towards Winkler Avenue. The trip to the Minute Traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News next.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for you Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air. Slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy. And then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News. News and smart views.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
If you have sleep apnea and struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, irritable.
That's the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
Fatigued.
Can someone please help me lift this tissue?
Forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Oh, yeah.
And even impact your long-term health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. Inspire is a small device placed during a same-day outpatient procedure. Simply click the button on the Inspire remote before you fall asleep. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening,
Sure.
who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
After COVID, can President Trump make a comeback? Greg Kelly says he can win big time. Every weeknight on Newsmax TV, Greg Kelly tells the truth about Trump. Greg speaks with insiders Dick Morris, Ben Stein, Sean Spicer, and more. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Check your guide. Or see it free on Roku, Zumo, YouTube, Pluto, Apple TV, Chromecast, Amazon Fire, and TVs like Samsung and LG. Watch Greg Kelly tonight on Newsmax TV. Everyone is tuning into Newsmax TV.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad that you are joining us on this Monday. Hi. We are back. We're back in the saddle. We're back in the saddle. Although this chair is a lot more comfortable than a saddle. It depends. Some saddles are incredibly comfortable, and some are really rough. I have no idea why I'm talking about saddles or how we even got started that way, but we're back. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day, except the days that we take a few days off. On YouTube, you just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and you can't miss us. You'll see the mug, you'll see the face. You got Jake who's looking confused at the computer right now, but you know what? All is well. It's funny, the reflection right now that's on, if you're watching on YouTube, the reflection on Jake's head, if you're looking, it looks like he's wearing a lampshade. If you were to stay right there, Jake, go ahead and look at the camera. If you don't move, somehow the reflection looks like you're wearing a lampshade. And that's how most people in the 70s would party. They would actually, there was an expression about wearing a lampshade on your head. You ever hear that expression? When people party, they all of a sudden have lampshades on their heads?
I have not.
Well, you're not missing anything, really, because not many people did it. I guess it was, I don't know. All right, a couple of things. A big, big day today. Certainly, anytime you want to call, I see people already calling. Good. All right. 239-479-5592 on any of the things that are on your mind after this weekend has finished up. A big day today, in case you don't know. There are a lot of people that are nervous today about what is going to take place, the beginning of the court packing. Beginning of court packing, everybody. Evil Republicans packing courts, trying to flip the language around, gaslighting, if you will. The Democrats do, and they do it so well. And it is the day today that Amy Coney Barrett will begin to make history, be the process of being the next Supreme Court justice, and the left is beside themselves.
Judge Amy Coney Barrett.
The Senate will vote on this nomination this year.
It's that dramatic. It's like a movie drama. You've got planes swooping in and things being hoisted and explosions and screaming. Amy Coney Barrett today will be the first day of hearings, of course, to get the process going, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But hopefully. Well, let's just put it this way. It's going to be an ugly display from the left about what it is about her faith that is going to have some kind of bias in her decision making. Remember, Kamala Harris is going to have the opportunity, if she would like, to be one of those who would be able to go after Amy Coney Barrett. And she was even asked about the questions. Would you even ask a question of Amy Coney Barrett about her Christian faith, her bias, her Christian bias? And Kamala Harris is like, no, of course not.
Questions about her faith on or off the table?
One's faith should never be the basis of supporting or rejecting a nominee.
Yeah.
So absolutely not. But any questions that are about bias, any questions that are about perspective on adhering to jurisprudence and precedent, of course.
Of course. Okay. So there will be, but anything else that would be a bias. Really, see, that's the gaslighting that takes place. That is the interesting part of what Democrats do. And when you recognize what a liberal, what a Democrat, what the media does and how they operate, every time it pops, you see it, you know it. So there's Kamala Harris, who could very well be the next president of the United States quicker rather than later if Nancy Pelosi would have her way with this whole 25th Amendment, getting some folks in Congress together to maybe look at whether or not the president is competent. President on Mark Levin's show made a great comment on Friday when he said, look, this whole 25th Amendment, getting rid of the president, not being able to fulfill his duties, be careful what you wish for, because it's something that Democrats are putting together now. I wonder if it's about Joe Biden, and if he becomes the president of the United States, whether or not Nancy Pelosi's like somewhere down the line, maybe a couple of weeks or months later, it's like, Joe, yeah, we're worried about your health, Joe. But anyway, I digress. What the left does is they would have you believe that Amy Coney Barrett is the one you need to be afraid of because she is the one that has bias. She's not looking at what is presented to her as a Supreme Court justice and then making decisions based on the constitutionality of what is in front of her, knowing full well that the decision that she will make could be different than the decision that she would like to see, as opposed to one that is the prudent decision, the one that is the constitutional decision. Do you see where I'm going with this? You have two sides. You have the Scalia, Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Thomas side that says, look, I may not like personally the decision that I'm about to make, but on the basis of the Constitution and what is in front of me and the way it is presented, and it could be presented in different ways. You could have something in front of you and say, this is not constitutional, but it could come back in a different form, in a different way, in a different process, and then have it in front of you. And now, as presented, does this stand up to constitutional rigor? There is one side that will look at this in just that way. And then there is the left that continuously and always looks at the Supreme Court as just another arm of the process of legislating. They're another legislative branch. There's no constitutionality involved in the left in the Supreme Court. All they want to do is have leftists on the Supreme Court that will legislate from the bench. That's what they want. And when Kamala Harris says, oh, we're going to check for all of her biases. Well, the idea is that there would be no bias. There is no bias. But I'm pretty confident you're going to bring up her Christian faith and how there could be a bias there because you want to make a political football out of this and make Roe v. Wade be that ball and to have people start to freak out about it. How do I know people are freaking out about it? Because you can hear it in some of the audio that's out there right now. Let me see if I can find one in particular. It was Michael Moore. You know who Michael Moore is. Michael Moore, who was on, it was MSNBC. And, they were talking about a couple of different issues. The Governor Whitmer issue came up, and what happened there with the governor and the kidnapping possibility there by a group of individuals, anarchists who were Trump haters, who pretty much hate government, who were thinking, hey, let's kidnap Governor Whitmer. Like this was a couple of anarchists get together. And so somehow the media trying to spin this into Trump supporters and, the right wing. And that's which it never was. But as the conversation was going on, Michael Moore was being asked about that in particular, and the host on MSNBC says, "What did she say?" She said, "Here."
Yeah, I just want to say that there are other acts of violence that we need to be talking about leading up to this election.
Okay, so talking about acts of violence leading up to the election and the concerns about acts of violence that could be happening, and where those acts of violence are coming from. I think we all pretty much know. But anyway, so go ahead. So Michael Moore. Go ahead. I said.
Paying people $7.25 an hour is an act of violence.
Is paying somebody $7.25 an hour an act of violence? That's interesting how he puts that. There's no context in there at all. The $7.25. None. No context. Do you think of how someone gets paid as an act of violence? In other words, violence. You know what it means to be violent, right? And that there's no way to escape $7.25. It's the kind of violence like that you would see if somebody were to be shot on the streets of America. Is that what you're suggesting?
Going to the Supreme Court to get rid of Obamacare so that millions will be uninsured and die as a result. That's an act of violence.
That's an act of violence is to pack a Supreme Court like the Republicans are doing, which is the most ridiculous statement ever. Republicans are not packing. That's the gaslighting. You see, that is how, if you tell the story enough, that there will be, I don't want to say stupid liberals because that's like the same thing. But and that's not even nice to say because not everybody is stupid. They just have a really bad ideology that if they actually took a second to actually think about their ideology, they might realize that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And it's not about freedom and liberty, unless, of course, that is what you're about is believing that if there is not an all omnipotent government looking over you and taking care of your every move, then that, yeah, okay. That somehow it's an act of violence repealing Obamacare, like there is no other alternative. Can I make this? I don't know how much more clear I can make this statement to you. And follow me, and maybe you disagree. 239-479-5592. Do you see how dumb you have to be a liberal? Do you see how dumb the ideology is? Do you see how dumb Michael Moore is in this statement? Maybe overall, I don't know the man, but I'd say, okay, follow me. If we don't have Obamacare, there is absolutely, positively no other way that we could provide the American people with health insurance. None. If it's gone, did you know that? That there is no other thing and way that we could provide it. I had no idea that if it's gone, thousands of people will be uninsured and they will die. There's no other alternative. There's nothing we can do to help those who would be uninsured otherwise under Obamacare. Are you following me? Do you see how dumb the logic is? To suggest that is just dumb. And that is one of the biggest frustrations I have when it comes to this talk about Obamacare. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only way you can do. You have to have the government involved. It's the only possible. No, it's not. You know it and I know it, please. Okay, and then he makes the dumbest of the dumbest statements. Michael Moore, MSNBC, and he says,
saying that we want to take away Roe v. Wade when 70% of the country supports Roe v. Wade. And forcing women back into back alley abortions, that's an act of violence.
Okay. I don't have to say it, do I? Taking away Roe v. Wade from the American people and women is an act of violence. Now, some might suggest that the act of violence that's being portrayed and perpetrated, against innocent babies might be an act of violence. But we don't want to go there. Right? That's a silly place to go. And a crazy thing to say. But there are no alternatives. None. It's just what they want and what they say, and that's it. I'm bringing all of this up because you're going to hear a lot about Amy Coney Barrett this week. You're going to hear a lot about Republicans packing the court to try to flip the script, if you will. You know, that's what the kids say. The kids say, right, Jake? The kids say flip the script. Don't they say that? Isn't that something that the kids say, right?
Maybe, yeah.
They don't. But anyway, they're going to make it sound as if the Republicans are doing what the Democrats clearly are. And you just have to know it and be aware of it. So when it's happening, you recognize it and then you stop it. You may not be able to stop them from continuing to do it, but when you recognize it, you know what it is, where it's coming from, why they're doing it, and you can communicate with others how they're just fools. They're just fools. All right, what a way to start the Monday. How about you? 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Anytime you would like to call, we'd love to hear from you. Got a couple of calls we'll get to coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News. Right all along, Sabrina Katz says your traffic.
Traveling southbound to Bonita Beach Road. We're at about 1.5 miles of a backup. If you're heading south of Corkscrew, don't get stuck in this. Stick to US 41 or stick to Three Oaks. Both are up to speed. Also, some slowdowns in Fort Myers, just a touch already on Daniels Parkway heading towards I-75, as well as on Veronica Shoemaker heading north towards Winkler Avenue. The trip to the Minute Traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Well, here's a holiday shopping twist. While some retailing giants like Amazon, Walmart, and Target are offering earlier than usual sales events, others are taking a different route. The Wall Street Journal reports that with the pandemic holding down store traffic, brands like Tommy Hilfiger and Levi's are streaming online sales events. One recent afternoon, nearly 13,000 viewers tuned into Hilfiger's website to watch models, influencers, and celebrities talk about the brand's fall collection. It remains to be seen what this will mean for availability and prices at the supermarket, but crop loss estimates from that rare windstorm that slammed Iowa in August, known as a derecho, have increased by more than 50% to 850,000 crop acres that Iowa farmers are unable to harvest. Asian markets ended mostly higher. U.S. stock futures were higher in overnight trading. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal Giangrasso, invested in you.
Customers, students, and staff expect a new level of clean. Cintas has the essential products and services to help you carry out cleaning protocols effectively. Cintas performs surface sanitizer and disinfectant spray services to common touchpoints, installs and refills touchless hand sanitizer dispensers, and provides commercial laundry services to help minimize employee exposure. Give everyone the confidence they need to keep coming back. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Are you election ready for the November 3rd general election? Make sure your information is up to date before voting. Have you moved and need to update your address? Has your name or signature changed? Updating your signature is especially important when voting by mail. To find out how to update your voter information, visit the website lee.vote. That's lee.vote. or call 239-533-8683.
Hello, I'm Dr. D'Amico. When going to the dentist, I know you have a lot of choices, but I would like to invite you to my office. We do cleanings and fillings, plus crowns, dentures, and implants, all in one location. So call me, Dr. D'Amico, for our new patient specials, 234-5284. That's 234-5284. Do you need a denture? Well, I have a denture lab on site, which means that you can have a new denture in just a few days. If you go anywhere else, it will take a few months. That's right, a few months to get your new denture. Do you need dental implants? If you need one implant or a full mouth of implants, don't just go to any dentist. Have your implants done by somebody who performs implant surgery every day. Do you already have an estimate for needed dental work? Don't have your dental work done without a second opinion, especially implant treatment. So call and ask for our radio specials for new patient exam, dentures, and especially implants. Don't regret not getting a second opinion. Call me, Dr. D'Amico. I want to help. 234-5284. That's 234-5284. License DN 15639.
I'm David Klein, and I approve this message. Lee County's health depends on our hospital board. I'm running for the District 3 Hospital Board seat because now, more than ever, we need experienced leadership to ensure our health system can provide quality services while managing expenses. With more than 30 years leading mission-driven, financially successful, multi-million-dollar healthcare companies, I have the expertise to fill that role. Learn more at votedavidklein.com. Paid for by David Klein, candidate for the Hospital Board, District 3.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing costs program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000, that's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. When I came to Naples many years ago, I knew I could bring a totally different approach to building custom homes. But I had a problem. I had no contacts here in Naples, no architects knew who I was, and my competition wasn't exactly thrilled about making room for a new builder. For 2 weeks straight, I began to drive the neighborhoods that I wanted to build in. In that process, I found a man at his mailbox and I asked him if he needed any work done on his home. He told me he was glad that I showed up because he wanted to tear down this older home and build a brand new custom home. So that's how we broke into the Naples market. And today, that same drive, energy, and passion that started our company is what we continue to bring to our clients. We build top quality custom homes with passion for a fair price. Give us a call at 239-262-6867 or visit us at bigislandbuilders.com.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression. completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for a pivotal role at her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Still ahead with Drew Steve.
Hey, is it possible that Jake Tapper is now not on Team Biden? I don't know. I'll play some audio to show you what I'm talking about. Plus, could you get fired because you're a Trump supporter? Yep. I'll have that audio, too, coming up.
It's Daybreak with Drew Steve, 92.5 Fox News.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26th to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for quarter 2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash on 75 southbound at mile marker 117 just near Bonita Beach Road, now slowing traffic for over 2 miles. Traffic at a standstill at parts. There is a lane blocked. Tow trucks on scene, guys, so could be cleared soon, but no relief to traffic. If you're heading south, US 41, Three Oaks Parkway, both better options. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for your Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air. Slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy. And then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling tip of the day. There's only one Kobe Cooling in the whole world. We're the original Kobe Cooling. The only Kobe Cooling. That's KOBIE KOOLING at 239-482 1542. If you want real NATE certified mechanics with real training and real credentials, Kobe Cooling is your only choice. 100% NATE certified mechanics at your home to give you the best possible trained expert to handle your AC need. It doesn't make us perfect, but it does give you, our customers, the best available mechanic in this business. If you're not using a NATE certified mechanic at your home, you're missing out on the best. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949, and always NATE certified.
I taught my children and grandchildren about stranger danger, trying to protect them from strangers who may wish them harm. But now I find myself thinking that is good advice for people my age, especially those in assisted living or nursing home facilities during this election season. We need to protect our rights and our votes, and that means protecting our ballots from strangers. The best way to do that is to vote in person, but if we must use an absentee ballot, we need to be sure no one tampers with it or fills it out for us, and we should mail it in ourselves. If you suspect that someone is trying to stop you or a family member from voting or safely getting their ballot to election officials, you can call the American Constitutional Rights Union Vote Fraud Hotline for help. 877-730-ACRU. That's 877-730-2278. Protect your vote.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Lowe's helps pros like you do the job right by having more of what you need in stock, and it's savings you can count on every day. Like Valspar 2000 Paint Plus Primer starting at just $19.98 a gallon. And whether you're updating properties or building new homes, get up to 40% off select appliance special values with 4-piece kitchen suites as low as $1,160. For your next job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Appliance offer valid through September 11th. U.S. only.
Lee Elections wants you to vote safe. Vote from the safety of your home. Request your vote-by-mail ballot today for the November general election. It's the safest and most convenient way to vote, and the return postage is paid. To request your ballot, visit the website lee.vote. That's lee.vote. Or call 239-533-8683.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live every day on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's coming up in about 10 more minutes or so. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We're looking forward to that. It'll be our first of the week, so always fantastic. 6:50 and 7:50 each day we do Drew's College, so look forward to that. Hey, anybody? Let's see if I can find this. Hey, can you guess what this sound is, everybody? Yeah, that's the sound of a non-super spreader event taking place outside of the Staples Center last night. As for the 6 people who have been watching NBA basketball, they found out that the LA Lakers won sort of championship, I guess if you want to put it that way. And there were people outside who were celebrating, screaming, no masks, not a one. I can't see one single person outside the Staples Center wearing a mask. And nobody seems to worry about that. Nobody seems to care. It's interesting how it plays out when you have a celebration of a NBA championship, And the ratings are absolutely plummeting. I'm talking 60, 70, in some cases 75% down from where they usually are NBA games. Nobody's watching. Why? And there was a poll asked, why are you not watching NBA basketball? And it's because they don't like politics. They don't like the politics. Flat out, simple. But listen, the owners of NBA basketball, go right ahead. You can continue to do this. Although they're saying they're going to do this less next year. It won't be really. Okay, forget it. Too late. Sorry. But they have every right to do it if you want to, and you want to have the players express their feelings that everybody who is watching and probably paying for the tickets and maybe even paying for their salaries are racist, and go right ahead. That's fine. Listen, you want to do that? Go ahead. And the rest of us have a right to just sit this one out. And maybe the rest of them too. But it's interesting how a place, California, where you have a governor in Governor Newsom, who just recently told the citizens of the state of California that you have to wear a mask to eat out in between bites. In between bites of your meal, you have to take the mask down and put it back up again. Because it is unequivocal that masks have been shown to stop viruses dead in their tracks, said no one. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But, listen, when you're a big liberal state and you're trying to control your people, you're trying to keep your people safe, you got to take all precautions except when you're out on the street. And it's interesting how in that same state, where we're even talking about that today in Collier County, the decision as to whether or not the virtual, the way we know it, virtual schools will continue in Collier County, what that decision will be. You have kids not able to go back to school in California, although there's no super spreader evidence. We've been through the mountains of evidence about what is going on, not only in schools across the country, that is nothing. Minimal. I'm talking this much. My fingers are thinly spread apart if you're watching me on YouTube. Where we have even the CDC director saying 1 in a million cases when you're talking about kids and dying of COVID in situations where they are in classrooms, the amount of kids who are getting it, 1 in thousands. Hospitalizations, barely. But we're not allowed to talk about all those numbers. In California, you can't have kids going to school. You got to distance. You got to have masks. You got to do the whole thing. You got to have masks on in between bites in restaurants. But look, if you're celebrating the LA Lakers, baby, come on. Sorry, I have no idea why I did that. But that seems to be fine. I know I'm going to ask this question again. I may ask it again this morning. But what about Naples? What about virtual learning? Your kids learning virtually? Have you enjoyed it? Are you a parent of kids in school right now, virtually or otherwise? You ready to go full bump now? Can we get back to normal when it comes to having our kids in schools, or is everybody they want to keep everything going the way it is? 239-479-5592. I'm curious to know what you think, because on the heels again of, and I'll get into this more in detail. This is really where it's not where I wanted to go this break, but while I'm on it, on the heels of the WHO urging world leaders to stop using lockdowns as a primary virus control method, contrary to what they've been telling everybody for the longest time. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, you think so? On the heels of what has been on Friday, no spike in Florida coronavirus cases, despite the lack of enforceable mask mandates. Breitbart had the story. Governor took a major step in lifting key coronavirus restrictions at the state level. allowing businesses, restaurants to open at full capacity at the state level, requiring local governments to justify restrictions on capacity moving forward, suspending penalties related to local mask mandates, and no spikes. New cases remaining steady. They've fluctuated in range, but there hasn't been any kind of spikes. And then all of a sudden, that was on Friday, that news. And then all of a sudden, we had this kind of dump on the DOH here in the state of coronavirus cases from a lab. Almost 500,000 dumped on the state. Look, I'm not saying it's convenient. All I'm saying is it's frustrating. Because people want the truth, they want the facts, they want to know what's going on with the virus, they want to get back to their world and their lives and their jobs and their schools and see their families and see family members who are in nursing homes with and those that are in hospitals that they may not get to see again. There are certain precautions you can always take, and we know what they are. Now we know everything there is to know. And yet we still don't know everything there is to know. Is that odd to anyone? Sorry, I was just a little frustrated. All right, we will talk about something else. Jake Tapper on CNN over the weekend, something you have to hear about court packing and constitutionality and going after the deputy campaign manager for Joe Biden. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Bob's in Naples wanted to talk about the kids getting back to school. Tell me more, Bob. What do you think?
Well, if I refuse to wear a mask, why would I force my child to go to an institution that's going to force them to wear a useless piece of cloth over their face that means nothing and does nothing for them? I'm not doing that.
So what you're thinking is your kids, you want to get them back into a classroom, or what do you think?
I'd love to have them back into a classroom, but I'm going to keep them home virtual learning until this fiasco with the mask issue is finally ended and we can go back to normal lives again.
So your issue is not about the virus or super spreading or anything like that. Your issue is you can't have your child comfortably in a classroom wearing a mask the whole time and being able to learn, and the whole mask issue is to you ridiculous. That's the big issue.
The mask is a psychological issue being forced upon us. I'm not going to force it upon my kids, too. It's ridiculous. I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, Bob. Thanks so much. 239-479-5592. That is a big issue, right? That is all part of it. But, Drew, how do we keep the kids safe? You got to have masks on. I guess to Bob's point, where is the evidence? I mean, if we're distancing in the classroom, is that it's I'm wondering what the number is that will make you feel safe. I'm wondering what the number is that will make school districts feel like everything is safe. I just wonder what that magic number is, because if we know there are fluctuations in case numbers, especially considering that we never know when a lab's going to decide they got 500,000 tests sitting over here that we want to dump at one moment, and how that changes the dynamics of the case numbers in the state just like that, to where we got them in, we pull them out. We put them in, we pull them out. How does that work? So what is that magic number? Well, we got to have it at 0. Really? Where? All right. I'll get into more detail on that coming up in a bit. I'm looking at the time, and I want to make sure everybody knows Drew's College is coming up. If you would like to play Drew's College of Political Knowledge in just a minute. I might even have to hold this over, but no, I'll just play this quickly so you can hear this, and then we'll get to Drew's College. I wonder if Joe Biden's camp has lost CNN's Jake Tapper. Is this true? I wouldn't get too carried away, but it was interesting that the issue of Joe Biden and packing the court, and how Joe Biden will not say whether or not court packing is something that he would be for or against, even though he's constantly pressured on this, whether or not they will do it. He would sign off on this. He would allow this to happen. Jake Tapper had the deputy campaign manager on with him and was asking about this very topic. What's going on? Listen to this.
And this question of adding justices to the Supreme Court. I want to play what he said.
It's not constitutional what they're doing. We should be focused on what's happening right now. This court is being packed now by the Republicans.
Okay, so the court's being packed by the Republicans. It's not constitutional.
I want to get to the idea of adding justices to the court in a second, but he said it's not constitutional what they're doing. How is it not constitutional what they're doing?
Yeah, how is it not constitutional? The answer is it is constitutional. We voted for a president. We vote for the Senate. They're the ones that do this. They're the ones that make this decision ultimately by your vote because you voted for them. This is all part of what the Constitution says. And then the deputy campaign manager says...
His point is that the people have an opportunity to weigh in on this constitutional process through their vote. And we are now in the midst of the election. Millions of people have already cast their votes. And you see that the vast majority of people say that they want the person who wins the election on November 3rd to nominate the justice.
That's
to
a poll.
Take
That's
seat.
not the Constitution.
So by trying to that is there's the constitutional process of advise and consent. The American people get to have their say by voting for president, by voting for senators. We are now 23 days from the election.
Right, but it's not unconstitutional.
Millions of votes. Voters are being denied their constitutional right to have a say in this process.
They
when
elected
the Republicans
the Senate.
are trying to ram through a nominee who, by the way, is going to change the makeup of the court. And we see time and time again, poll after poll shows that most Americans vehemently disagree with this. They believe
Kate, that's
that
a
the
poll.
vote should happen on November 3rd.
That's not what the word constitutional means.
That's not what the word constitution... You're talking about polls. The American people don't like what's happening right. Well, that's a poll. That doesn't have anything to do with whether or not what's going on at this moment in time is constitutional. It is. They know it. They're trying to flip the language around. And we'll get into more details. But, man, if you've lost Jake Tapper, trust me, Democrats and Joe Biden have not lost Jake Tapper. I think what Jake Tapper was trying to do, let's go to break right now, Jake, because we got to do Drew's College. Look, it's simple. What Jake Tapper was trying to do on CNN is try to explain to the deputy campaign manager, stop this. This is a losing proposition. Go on to something else. That's all he's saying. He's just trying to help them, and they're not listening. You should probably do more of that talking behind the scenes and make a call. Let them know it's a bad decision. You don't need to flip on this. All right, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. If you'd like to play for questions on politics, the more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you were in a PhD. Caller number 5 right now at 239-479-5592. Caller 5 gets to play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
We're at a 5-mile backup on I-75 just south of Corkscrew all the way to Bonita Beach Road from the crash that's on 75 southbound near Bonita Beach. So avoid the interstate, stick to US 41 or Three Oaks Parkway. Both are up to speed and crash-free. Now, if you're in Cape Coral, traffic is starting to slow over that Midpoint Bridge, as well as a southbound delay just slightly on Del Prado heading south of Veterans Parkway. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. After Senator Kamala Harris' dismal debate performance against Vice President Pence, a bunch of progressives, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez squad, released their own vision for America. They're calling it the blueprint for what they expect out of a Biden-Harris administration, or actually a Harris-Biden administration. Now, the Green New Deal's right at the top of this baby. When it was first announced, Kamala Harris was the first Senate co-sponsor. But now that she's on the ticket with plugs, she's pretending that never happened. Still, despite their denials, the environmentalist wacko plan that Plugs and Kamala are pushing is the Green New Deal, even if they're not calling it that. But the squad wants more from Harris, Biden, Harris. In addition to free health care for everybody, universal child care, wiping out all student debt, wiping all rear ends. These leftists have their own COVID-19 plan that they expect Biden and Harris to embrace. They want to cancel rent and ban any foreclosures while the pandemic is still going on. They demand retroactive hazard pay for essential workers like prostitutes. And they want the extra $600 in federal unemployment benefits to continue as far as the eye can see. Bottom line, these people want to give away all they can. They want to kill the economy, bankrupt the country, which is right in line with what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are already promising to do. Good grief. More than 75% of identity theft victims who had accounts opened in their name did not find out that they had been victimized from their bank or credit card company. Don't be like them. Get LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss if you're only monitoring your credit and bank statements. Plus, if you are a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist dedicated to your case will work to fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock looks out for you in a whole lot of ways, including scanning the dark web, where stolen identity info is often found. Get your free dark web scan, in fact, at lifelock.com/scan, and then pick the plan that's right for you. Save 25% off your first year with the promo code RUSH. It's real simple. lifelock.com/scan. 25% off, promo code RUSH.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Now is the time to get countertops at Rock Solid. Why Rock Solid? How about Rock Solid's unbelievable prices? Full slabs of quartz from $599, granite $499, and remnants as low as $150. Rock Solid's vast selection of the finest stone from around the world. Rock Solid's award-winning customer service and installation in about a week. Want the best new countertops for your kitchen? The choice is simple. Rock Solid.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and have I told you about Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting? I know I have because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Jerry. Jerry's in South Fort Myers. Hello there, Jerry.
How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing fantastic. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics and more. You get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Jerry, we tried this earlier, had a little bit of an issue. Our 2 senators from the great state of Florida. Can you name our 2 senators, please?
Marco Rubio and Marco Rubio and Rick Scott.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's, a bachelor's degree on this question. You just mentioned Ron DeSantis. He's the governor of the state of Florida. Do you remember who he beat to win?
Oh.
The Democrat.
I'm thinking McCall, but I'm not sure.
Andrew Gillum.
Okay.
All right. That's okay. All right.
Nobody remembers Lisa.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's been too long. We try to forget. Is that okay? Gotcha. Although he's been in the news a lot lately for all the wrong reasons. All right, bachelor's degree on this question. Let me ask you this, sir. The Emancipation Proclamation. What did it do?
It freed the slaves after the Civil War by Abraham Lincoln.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Can you name 2 wars that were fought by the United States in the 1900s. Two of them.
The Philippine insurrection, and what was the second one? World War I.
Wars. I mean, well, no.
Okay, World War I and World War II.
There you go. All right, that's very good. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. All right, excellent. All right, well, congratulations. You got a master's degree today on Drew's College. Very good work for you. We appreciate that, Jerry. You got yourself a degree, and then you get the privilege of speaking with Jake the Millennial. You'll find out more about how we get your prizes in this era of Rona.
Thank you.
All right, stay right there, okay?
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, Alexa, play 92.5 Fox News.
Performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26 to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for quarter 2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
I-75 is slammed this morning between Corkscrew southbound to Bonita Beach Road. There is a crash near Bonita Beach, so So if you are heading this way, avoid the interstate. That's a 5-mile backup. Stick to US 41 or Three Oaks. Also in Fort Myers, starting to see some slowdowns on 6 Mile heading southbound towards Daniels Parkway, and Lehigh Acres, the normal delay on 23rd west to Gunnery. And if you're in Collier, east and westbound slowdowns on Immokalee Road between Logan and 951. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for your Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air. Slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy. And then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
I'm John Morgan. All law firms are not the same. As America's largest personal injury firm, we have more trials, more lawyers, more office buildings, and more caring staff members than any other injury law firm in the world. There's really nothing else like it. Our reputation and results speak for themselves. With more than 2 million people just like you calling us every single year, your trust in us means the world to me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1HOUR.
When everything around us has been interrupted, including playtime, work time, and downtime, friends and family are always there to help pick up the pieces. At Castilla Roofing, we are here for our community, our employees, and you. Keeping a roof over your head is our job, our headache, and our promise to you. Castilla Roofing, family owned and operated. Your satisfaction is our reputation.
Go to CastillaRoofing.us, that's CASTILLA, or call 239-465-2646, license CCC 1328615.
Hey, you confused about real estate? Sean Hannity here, and I can tell you as an active real estate investor, well, just like the stock market, it can go up one day and down the next. Home values and sales, they fluctuate on a dime. Now, even though I bought and sold homes for years all across this great country, one thing I will always do is partner with a sharp real estate agent that truly studies local and national market trends, that knows the real value of homes, and most importantly, knows how to generate demand regardless of the market. And the good news is you have a truly amazing agent right in your backyard. I'm talking about Denny Grimes with Keller Williams Naples. He has an amazing team working for him. He doesn't miss a single detail. Now his system is so bulletproof, well, he can create demand and sell your home at a deadline that you agree to, or he will buy it himself. Now, real estate doesn't have to be frustrating or scary. Call Denny Grimes today at 489-HOME. That's 489-HOME, or online it's 489home.com.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening.
Sure.
Who's able to hear more than what's being said and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
After COVID, can President Trump make a comeback? Greg Kelly says he can win big time. Every weeknight on Newsmax TV, Greg Kelly tells the truth about Trump. Greg speaks with insiders Dick Morris, Ben Stein, Sean Spicer, and more. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Check your guide. Or see it free on Roku, Zumo, YouTube, Pluto, Apple TV, Chromecast, Amazon Fire, and TVs like Samsung and LG. Watch Greg Kelly tonight on Newsmax TV. Everyone is tuning into Newsmax TV. TV.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube each and every day. Love to have you subscribe at Drew Steele Radio right there. Always appreciate having a few minutes to speak with Mark Lotter, Director of Strategic Communications for Team Chump. And there's so much going on, and I know that he is busy, so a few minutes I do once again appreciate. It's Drew Steele. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Drew. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Boy, there's so much to talk about. Now, listen, Mark, I'm a simple man. I'm the type of man that pulls his mask down and coughs into his hand. But having said that, sorry, did I go there? I did. I'm sorry. But I'm trying to follow the court packing here, Mark, and I'm trying to understand. It's I didn't know that it's the Republicans that are doing the court packing. I can't even say it with a straight face, Mark. I'm so sorry. It's really hard to do this. That's the new thing now. It's kind of flipping the script, if you were. It's kind of accusing the Republicans of doing something, constitutional, while you're doing something and trying to do something that certainly is, not exactly good for the country.
No, you're exactly right. And it's just hilarious that Joe Biden says that this answering the question from the media about court packing is playing into President Trump's hands. President Trump isn't the one who said where he's going to court pack. It's the Democrats who have said that.
Right.
And the president is fulfilling his constitutional duty by nominating a Supreme Court justice. The Senate today starts those confirmation hearings, also within their power in the Constitution. The only people who are talking about court packing are Democrats, and yet Joe Biden is hiding and running away from it. And the scary thing is that that's not even the most radical proposal they have. I mean, they talk about eliminating the Electoral College, packing the court, stopping the filibuster. There is nothing no rule the Democrats won't change in their bid to get power.
Right. And I think it is important for people who are listening, some who may not be following all of this specifically when it comes to court packing and the history there. And not only that, why it's important, Mark, why when we talk about court packing and the Democrats who want to do this, why it is such a bad thing, why we should be worried.
Well, I mean, we haven't had 9 Supreme Court justices for like 150 years, something along those lines. And the only other president who ever talked about court packing was FDR, and even his own Democrat Party, where he had massive majorities in both houses of Congress, thought it was a bad idea and didn't do it because you would politicize the Supreme Court. You would turn it into more of a legislative committee hearing than you would having 9 people being able to sit around in a room, discuss the issues, make their determinations. And it's just a foolhardy scheme to try to overturn basically 150 years of precedent and the way the Supreme Court has worked for generations just because they don't like the outcome.
Yeah. And that's what I think sometimes gets lost in all of this is that the court becomes another legislative branch. It becomes the tool of Democrats to be able to pass agendas that nobody wants, that will be as far left as you can possibly imagine, that is radical as you can ever believe, and that they would be able to send this to a Supreme Court that would stamp this and send it on its way. That's the danger here. And instead of what Amy Coney Barrett brings to the table, which is to be able to look at what is in front of her without bias, which, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how this week plays out, especially Kamala Harris. Talk a little bit about that. How in the world is she going to go after? This is the same person who had no problem attacking Joe Biden on a whole host of issues negatively, who now will go after Amy Coney Barrett to try to make it sound like she has some kind of bias, which is exactly what the left wants to put on the court, is those that would have the bias towards their agenda. Completely the opposite is where Amy Coney Barrett's going to be.
Well, if history is any indication, you'll see the Democrats trip all over themselves during these hearings. And it'll be a sad display. I mean, This is a woman who, once confirmed, will be the first mother of school-aged children to actually sit on the bench of the United States Supreme Court. I mean, I think it's about time we have a mom sit on the, on the bench of the Supreme Court. But they're going to attack this woman before her religion. They're going to attack everything they possibly can. And in the end, they're going to lose. And they know this.
Yeah.
And so it's the only thing they can do. They can't help themselves. And as people out there watch this, they should just look, say, is this what it's come to? Is this what the Democrat Party has come to? And the answer is yes, because remember in Kamala Harris, when Joe Biden picked her as his running mate, he picked the only senator in the United States who is even more liberal than the socialist Bernie Sanders himself.
Yeah, right, exactly. Mark Lauder joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News as we talk about some of the issues of the day this week, getting ready for the confirmation hearings of Amy Coney Barrett. Certainly the president who is going to be out and about. He's going to be here in the state. How exciting is that? Make America great again. We're back. The president is back, feeling good. People are excited, Mark, to see the president once again. The enthusiasm, which I have to say, as far as I can see, and I was driving all around the state for the past couple of days with my mother-in-law and showing off the great state. And everywhere you turned, you would see Trump Pence on lawns, big flags. And I have yet to see anything that has to do with Biden-Harris here in the state. You don't see a lot of it. You certainly don't have the enthusiasm. I mean, I was watching a video, and you probably saw that same video there out of Arizona. There was some kind of campaign event, and the reporter's like, I'm standing here by myself, Bill, and there's nobody, and literally there was nobody there. The enthusiasm gap certainly you can see on display. Is that the sense you're getting as well as the president's heading back out?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everywhere we go, and I mean, I've been on the Team Trump bus tour across 4 different states. I was even in Tampa last week for the vice presidential debate, and I'm getting larger crowds than Joe Biden can get. I mean, that just shows you, and that's a pretty sad statement if you're Joe Biden, but I mean, that just shows you the lack of energy out there. And we have such a huge ground game. We have the largest grassroots campaign in history, even more volunteers than Barack Obama had himself. They're out there making calls, knocking on doors, making sure people can get to the polls. And that's how you win these things. And so you got to keep working. We've got, just over 3 weeks to go. Yeah. And we know that if everybody gets out there that supports this president, loves this country, wants to get our country open and running again, they've got to get out to the polls, make their voice heard, because that's the only way we're going to be able to win this thing by a large enough margin. The Democrats won't be able to cheat and steal it away from the president. Yeah, no doubt. I always love having you here and spending a few minutes with you. I hope we get the chance to do this again soon within these next 22 some odd days leading up to the election, because there's a lot to discuss. Mark Lauder joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks so much for a few minutes. We'll do this again soon. Thanks, good. All right. Yeah. And that is something that I think is critical in this discussion, and something that Mark brought up is this enthusiasm. And I bring up the enthusiasm gap for this reason. There were a lot of people that watched and listened to the president. I think there were 50 million, almost 50 million people who listened to the president on Rush's program on Friday. It was incredible. People were talking about it all weekend long. Incredible. The president on with Mark Levin on a lot of different shows. And people may say to themselves, well, I don't understand, Drew. Why is it that the president is going to the places where he has his support? Like, why go to Rush? Why not go someplace else? Well, why does he go to Mark Levin or other programs? Shouldn't he be going to the places that people don't expect him to go, to hear, to speak to those that maybe don't get the opportunity? Here's what it's all about. And it was Dan Bongino who brought it up, and I talked about it last week. Many other people have been talking about how this is a base election, everybody. That's, I think, where we're at. It's about the enthusiasm. The campaign sees it. They have to see it. They know it. They see the enthusiasm. And if you suppose that, let's say the polling's close. Most polls are showing 3 percentage points, 4 percentage points. Don't believe the ones where you've got these ginormous gaps. 10, 15 points for Joe Biden. Ask Hillary Clinton about that.
I'm really offended personally.
Never gets old. But let's say it's 3, 4, 5%. Let's say it's 5%. Let's say Biden is up on the president. Let's say 48 to 43%. if the president gets all of those 43%, 100%, the enthusiasm, the base, they come out almost to 100% number, then Joe Biden has to match that. And if he goes, let's say 10% of the Biden supporters don't show up, I'm not talking about independents. I'm not talking about those who never Trumpers. I can't stand the president. No. I'm talking about the base. If you have the kind of the lack of enthusiasm that we're hearing about and we're seeing across the country, and it's real, the lack of enthusiasm for Joe Biden, and let's say 10% of those base voters don't show, if you get close to 100%, the enthusiasm, the passion, the president goes on the rush and is speaking to the choir, but he's firing them up. He's making them realize all the things that we are hearing about and how a lot of these things are coming to fruition and a lot of the bad things that are going on that we have to stop and the things that he wants to do. And you hear that and you're reinforced by the president on Russia's program or any other program. You're fired up. There are people that are like, I wanted to vote 5 months ago. I'm ready. You don't get that with Joe Biden. You get that drop off of 10%. That's it. It's over. It's over. President wins. And that's what they're banking on, I think, at this point. This is a base election. And that's what I think they're looking at. Which is good. And I think it's right. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. All right, let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Unfortunately, no relief on I-75 this morning. We're now backed up to 8 miles of creep and crawl traffic. Only one lane open near the crash at mile marker 116. So this is really just causing a mess. If you're heading southbound, stick to 41 or 3 Oaks. There's also traffic delays on Corkscrew Road getting off of I-75, heading towards US 41, and a busy morning on Ben Hill, just to the south of Estero Parkway. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News, the conservative, smart, right voice of Southwest Florida.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and of course, this time of year, we're looking out for hurricanes, and we said that this hurricane season was going to be busy. Well, now is the time to get with my friends at Generator Supercenter. They are the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. Now, I've had my Generac generator for years, and one thing I can tell you, it is dependable. It's been fantastic. And maintaining power in tropical weather, it's priceless. You got to have it. So get a free estimate today on your Generac automatic standby generator. Expert installation is available. They've got 24-hour monitoring. I am telling you that Generator Supercenter will never leave you in the dark. So why not give them a call today? Find out more. Call them at 204-3469. That's 204-3469. We knew it was going to be a busy hurricane season, but now is the time to get with my friends at Generator Supercenter.
Hi, this is Dr. Ben Carson for My Faith Votes. What better way to influence our culture than by voting for leaders who will support biblical principles and protect our religious freedom? Fellow believers, in November, do not abandon your civic duty as a Christian to cast your vote. When making your decision on whom to vote for, I urge you to look carefully at the platforms of each candidate and put them up against the Bible. For more information on candidates and their positions, visit myfaithvotes.org today.
Paid for by My Faith Votes.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who will be there for you wherever and whenever you need. primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
See, I like state-of-the-art. I like equipment, for example, to test your water like Pentair uses. There's a big difference. When Max comes over and tests your water, they use Pentair's more scientific equipment instead of that old-fashioned chemical way, which means you get better results. And the Pentair salt-free combo has a lot more advantages. It's the one that I have. It's practically maintenance-free. Just pop in a new filter each year, and it's easy. There's no lugging in bags of salt every month, and no timers, no electricity, no saltwater waste, no hassles. And Pentair's salt-free smart combo means you won't be putting in dangerous sodium into that water as well. So if you've got problems with your water in your home, smells bad, tastes bad, call now for your free Pentair water test. Call Max. He's your local Pentair water specialist. He can show you exactly what's in your home's water with their new white glove service program. They can even maintain the system for you. And right now, take $199 off installation of your whole home water system. So call them today, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799. Call today.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing cost program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000, that's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Oh, Columbus is the discoverer.
Hey, happy Columbus Day, everybody. It's Columbus Day. How many people are not celebrating? 239-479-5592. How many? Did I say 1492? Did I just say, wait a minute. 239-479-5592. I thought I accidentally said 1492.
I think you did.
Did I? Maybe just for today, we should change the number to 1492. Are we allowed to do this? I don't know. Are you not celebrating? Well, what is celebrating Columbus Day anyway these days? Maybe a good sale?
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you. Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Clients love their salt system for silky smooth water, less maintenance, and they never buy chlorine. If you want the ultimate, we can add a BioShield for UV water disinfection. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Slider Man toll free 866-594-1969.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here, but you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155, and don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor. That's Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump gets back on the road with a campaign rally in Sanford, Florida this evening. He says about his coronavirus infection.
The White House doctors, as you know, are the best, and they said totally free of spreading. There's no spread.
The president on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures. Joe Biden has events in Toledo and Cincinnati, Ohio today. The confirmation hearing starts this morning for the president's choice to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. Fox's Jared Halpern.
Judge Amy Coney Barrett and members of the Senate Judiciary Committee will make their opening statements today. Democrats are expected to point out previous statements Barrett made as a law school professor about issues like the Affordable Care Act, abortion, and gun rights. Republicans have pointed to her record in academia and her time as a federal appellate court judge as evidence of her qualifications.
The hearing's expected to go through Thursday. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26 to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for Q2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
Unfortunately, no relief on I-75 this morning. We're now backed up to 8 miles of creep and crawl traffic. Only one lane open near the crash at mile marker 116. So this is really just causing a mess. If you're heading southbound, stick to 41 or Three Oaks. There's also traffic delays on Corkscrew Road getting off of I-75, heading towards US 41, and a busy morning on Ben Hill, just to the south of Estero Parkway. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for your Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air. Slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy. And then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
You probably know Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired. Forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Moments for customers at a Kansas Home Depot. Police responded to reports of a bomb threat at the store in Wichita. A customer alerted employees. A man inside the bathroom said there was a bomb in the building. Police were able to locate the man responsible for those comments, and that man told police he warned other guests to leave the restroom because he was, quote, fixing to blow it up, but had no intention of causing a panic. Man also told police others in the room laughed, understanding his joke, which I'm just now getting. Home Depot says they will not be pressing charges. But I can tell you right now, you asked the producer for me to read that, didn't you? To Ethan now, please.
No.
We're going to have to go to a commercial.
No, we're going to get it. We're going to get it.
There's a TV station in Wichita, Kansas. They could not hold it together. Well, I don't have to repeat what was said, but let's just put it this way. Happy Monday, everybody. That could have been, that's like the clip of the month. The clip of the year? No, maybe not the clip of the year. That's a good one right there.
Probably Joe Biden doing the pledge. That's the clip of the year.
Yeah, that's true. That's you can't beat that one. All right. 239-479-5592 is the phone number. A reminder, coming up at 7:50, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you were in a PhD, if you would like to play. All right, what else we've got today? Oh, we got all kinds of fun. Did you hear the audio of the excitement, the palpable excitement on the streets of Arizona as a Fox News affiliate decided to show up at a Biden-Harris campaign event, and the local news was shocked, surprised. This is a rally, everybody.
There's really not much to see. I'll step out of the way, but it's kind of boring out here. So it's not your typical presidential campaign event. We don't see people rallying outside. We don't see signs or really much of what's going on. And
there's nobody there, everybody. They're showing a picture of what appears to be a hotel. There's a police officer there. There's a vehicle on the street. There's nobody there. There's no traffic. There's no people. Nobody's there.
I'm told by one of the Biden staffers, local staffers, is that they kind of kept the details about the visit as far as the timing and the exact locations. And pretty much all the people that we saw enter into the parking lot about 45 minutes ago were with the Biden-Harris campaign and the poll reporters. So you would expect to see, I mean, this is a pretty big event for the two of them to be campaigning together for the first time since the Democratic National Convention.
It's the first time that they're together since the Democrat National Convention, and nobody showed up. It's on video. Nobody was there. Again, the enthusiasm gap. That's what it's about, everybody. It's about the fact that if you get the base ready to go, fired up, and Donald Trump is doing just that, and you get them out 70, 80, 90%, get close to 100% participation from the base, you're going to win, because there's no way Joe Biden is going to get, well, certainly he's not going to get 100%. 80%, 70% of the base, who's going to go? So it is... it's remarkable what is happening. 239-479-5592. Again, a big happy Columbus Day to everybody who's celebrating Columbus Day today. And yeah, I said it. What else we've got going on this morning? All right. Let's see. Here is, did this just happen? Okay. A little talk, a little Amy Coney Barrett talk this morning from CNN. Soon the confirmation hearings begin for Amy Coney Barrett. And here you go, CNN talking about what we might see coming up.
Now, we've learned that Amy Coney Barrett will portray herself as a mother of 7, as a wife, and as a justice who will be in line with the late staunchly conservative justice.
Wait. Hold on a second. I got to stop. Okay. This is CNN reporting on Amy Coney Barrett and what we might see today on the first day of the congressional hearings to confirm Amy Coney Barrett.
Now, we've learned that Amy Coney Barrett will portray herself as a mother of 7.
How do you portray yourself as a mother of 7? Isn't that just a fact? Like, listen, I'm only a mother of 2, but I got to tell you, those 7 kids they are a handful. How do you do that? Okay. She's going to portray herself as a mother of 7.
As a wife and as a justice who
So she's going to portray herself as a wife.
Be in line with the late staunchly conservative Justice Antonin Scalia.
The staunchly conservative Antonin Scalia. All right. Staunchly So that makes RBG was RGB. RBG. Sorry, I always get the letters mixed. I don't know why. So she was staunchly liberal, right? Oh, no, we don't say that. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So there's a little bit of the early reporting on Amy Coney Barrett. Fun to hear this morning. And we'll get to more on packing the courts and the ridiculous audio from Nancy Pelosi and what we should do next, and Joe Biden and how he will not tell people for sure whether or not he would be for packing the courts, even though he's asked 1,000 times. In 2005, he had something to say about it. It's pesky what happens with that the Al Gore's famous interweb. So that's coming up. All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, I wanted to ask you this a little earlier, and I'm kind of going to ask you again. On a day where maybe you have the day off today, celebrating Columbus Day, and maybe it's something you've been contemplating, Collier County talking about what the second iteration will be of school and whether or not it will be virtual the way it is now, or what would you like to see? How many of you, maybe you want to text the letters yes or no to 239-479-5592, and you can tell me, are you ready to get the kids back to school full bump? Just stop the virtual school and let's get back to school. Where's the evidence to show that this is a dangerous place to be? Are you ready to change it up now? Here in the state of Florida, maybe you want to call and comment on this. Are you comfortable with it? On the heels of Collier County talking about this, like what the next, the second half of school should look like, maybe even in Lee County, what would you like to see it look like? Are you comfortable now? Do you feel good? Do you want to continue to see virtual learning for, I don't know, in perpetuity? You know, I mean, why stop? What's the magic number to say, okay, now, right now we can get the kids back in school until there's this quote unquote spike in cases, and then we're going to take them back out of school again. Remember on Friday, as Breitbart was reporting, there was no spike in Florida coronavirus cases despite the lack of enforceable mask mandates. We were seeing this on Friday. The Department of Health showing the positivity rate relatively steady, but there have been lows and new cases appear steady. Things looking good, downward trends, very much so. No major changes in regards to the state of the coronavirus in Florida as far as deaths. On October 7th, we were looking at only 5 fatalities. And then conveniently, all of a sudden, over the weekend, we get a dump of almost 500,000 cases that the state is like, hold on a second, now we got to put a pause on this because we've got to go through all of these cases and find out what date these positive cases were when they were coming. How do you do this? How do you make these dumps like this? How could you not, at this moment in time, be able to have a steady flow to see what the cases are on a day-by-day basis? How are we not capable of doing this? But yet we have these dumps conveniently at just very interesting times. So I'm just curious as to what you're thinking and what you're thinking about kids, back in school. Frank said he dropped his kids off at school. Yep, everybody should be back at school. Juan is like, yeah, let's go back to school. Lots of people think it's crazy what is happening right now. Open everything up. Let's go. We can't continue to live in fear like this. We just can't. Especially when the numbers don't bear it out, and how we have to have leadership that will tell us the truth about, for example, the WHO, urging world leaders to stop using lockdowns as a primary virus control method when the whole time from April on, they were saying, no, we've got to lock down. Now, all of a sudden, it was a bad idea. Changing their mind like that is just, it's awful. All right. So I just wanted to touch on that for a second. Man, do I want to get to, I'm looking at the time. I'm not sure if I want to get to this now or not. Let's see. Chester's in Cape Coral. Hey, Chester, how are you today?
Hey, Drew, how's it going?
It's going well.
Just a quick observation. I don't know who the local producer is there, but when you're doing the local news spots, the young lady says Trump will be landing in Florida for his first rally since his COVID diagnosis, and drops it right there. It sounds to me like she's they're implying he's going to create another super spreader event in Sanford. She doesn't say diagnosis and recovery. Because I believe the White House doc did say he recovered.
Yeah, I guess Well, the important issue certainly is the fact that, like we talked to Mark Lotter earlier, right, Chester, the fact that the president getting back out, certainly if doctors felt like this was a bad idea, they wouldn't allow him to do this. The president, even over the weekend on Friday, was on with Mark Levin and even Rush and talking about how, was excited to get back out. And he could do the same thing, Chester, right? That you have Joe Biden doing, which is he could stay in the White House. He could be upstairs, not even go into the Oval Office. He could be in that home, and he can be doing exactly what Joe Biden is doing. And here is somebody who has recovered from the virus, and certainly the doctor's feeling that he's well enough to get back out. And thanks for the call. I appreciate it. And so, what are we talking about? What is the plan? Why does Joe Biden do what he's doing right now? What is it about Joe Biden that they are so concerned about him being in public situations, public places? Is it his overall health at his age? Is it how healthy he is? Is there some kind of comorbidity that we need to know about that we don't know about? I'm just asking. There are questions that people have asked me, is how in the world does he do this? All right, 239-479-5592. There it is. Time right now for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD if you would like to call right now. We will take caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. We could have a little bit of fun right now playing Drew's College. We'll do that up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right? All along with traffic here, Sabrina Katz.
Looking at my traffic cams, it's really just a mess out there on I-75 southbound. A lot of traffic trying to get off onto Corkscrew Road from 75 South because it is a mess. So about 9 miles of delays from Alico to Bonita Beach Road. The interstate, don't go there. US 41 or 3 Oaks, a much quicker option if you're heading southbound, and it is up to speed. Also, there is a crash in Cape Coral at Del Prado and Northeast 6. This is to the south of Pine Island. We're not too bad over the midpoint and Cape Coral Bridge right now if you're heading into Fort Myers. In Lehigh Acres, traffic is starting to slow just a touch on 82, heading west to Gunnery. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
See, I like state-of-the-art. I like equipment, for example, to test your water like Pentair uses. There's a big difference. When Max comes over and tests your water, they use Pentair's more scientific equipment instead of that old-fashioned chemical way, which means you get better results. And the Pentair salt-free combo has a lot more advantages. It's the one that I have. It's practically maintenance-free. Just pop in a new filter each year, and it's easy. There's no lugging in bags of salt every month, and no timers, no electricity, no saltwater waste, no hassles. And Pentair's salt-free smart combo means you won't be putting in dangerous sodium into that water as well. So if you've got problems with your water in your home, smells bad, tastes bad, call now for your free Pentair water test. Call Max. He's your local Pentair water specialist. He can show you exactly what's in your home's water with their new white glove service program. They can even maintain the system for you. And right now, take $199 off installation of your whole home water system. So call them today, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799. Call today.
As we go through life, many times we try to plan and prepare for every possibility, thinking about our future, thinking about our families. But many times in life, we're hit by surprise, sometimes great ones and sometimes terrible ones, even tragedies. I have found that most of our clients never thought about who they should call if they were injured. I wouldn't either. What's your plan? I hope you never need us, but if you do, know that we'll be there for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound law on your cell.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at selling plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee, 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires month 5th.
Are you ready to embark on your healthcare journey? At Millennium Physician Group, we want you, our patient, to be in good health always. That's why we created our Destination Health New Patient Program. It's all about partnering with your primary care provider to achieve the best healthcare outcome for you. Now, are you ready for the journey of your life? Connect with Millennium Physician Group and be on your way to Destination Health. Call 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Kenny. Kenny is in Bokeelia. Hello there, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Kenny, you know that Rick Scott is one of our 2 senators, right? Marco Rubio and Rick Scott, 2 senators, right?
Yes.
Do you remember who Rick Scott beat to become our newest senator?
Oh.
I know. Well, that's a tricky question to start with, huh?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I could. No.
Yeah, we don't do phone a friend. I'm sorry. I can't even make that offer. Bill Nelson. Remember Bill Nelson? He was an astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. The 3 branches of government, what are they?
The judiciary, the executive branch, and the Congress.
And the what?
And Congress itself.
And what's that called?
Legislative.
Yeah, that's right, legislative. That's correct, sir. Okay, good. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. What was that called?
That was called Civil War, or the War of the States.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's on this question right here. As we speak, this week we're going to be talking about Amy Coney Barrett and Supreme Court, nominee. And so how many Supreme Court justices are there right now?
Right now, there are 9. Is that correct? 7 or 9? 7 or 9? Let's say 7.
No, there's 8. 8 right now as we speak. There will be once she's confirmed. There'll be 9. Yeah. But yes, there's
right. Ruth died. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not.
He was thinking about this the right way. Jay, can we give it to him on his thinking properly? Jake said yes. No, I say no. I'm sorry. We got to be honest. But anyway, hey, congratulations! You got a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College. I want you to stay there, and Jake will explain to you how you get your diploma in the world of Rona. Good job there, Kenny, out in Bokeelia. I just love saying that name. All right, Representative Congressman Michael Waltz is going to join us in a couple of minutes. Some things that are happening outside of the news cycle that you need to know about. He's fired up this morning. Why? Well, we'll discuss coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
For the past 58 years, Conditioned Air is focused on your comfort. Today more than ever, our business community, our nonprofits, our leaders, and our citizens are relying on each other for strength. It's not a me thing, a you thing, it's a we time in our lives. Conditioned Air is here for you and here for our community. Whether you're looking for routine air conditioning, service and repair for your home, installation of a new air conditioning system in a large commercial property, or anything in between, our Conditioned Air team is eager to help. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We are your neighbors, parents of school children, volunteers in the communities, coworkers, consumers, and supporters of all types of businesses. We want to help you when and where you need us, at your business or in your home. Your comfort is essential. Invest wisely. Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Hey, this is Papa with a special message. God bless America. I moved our family here in 1986 from Texas. I was brought up with the old-fashioned conservative values. Be honest, tell the truth, do a good job. Hopefully my 3 sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, will continue our family business with these same old-fashioned values. If you do call for our free inspection, we'll be honest and show you the facts. If you don't need a new roof, we'll tell you. If you only need some repairs and want your roof to look new and beautiful, we'll do that too, and we'll make it affordable. Many of our customers are snowbirds, and many have told us that they want to move here permanently because of the sad state of affairs in their cities. We love Southwest Florida, and thanks to you, we have a good business. Call me for a free inspection, and we will be on time, and we'll do a good job. Call me at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Remember, area code 239-945-2700. We love the good old USA. License number CCC 1331790.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by CFS Roofing. Online at cfsroofing.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26 to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for Q2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Looking at my traffic cams, it's really just a mess out there on I-75 southbound. A lot of traffic trying to get off onto Corkscrew Road from 75 south because it is a mess. So about 9 miles of delays from Aligo to Bonita Beach Road. The interstate, don't go there. US 41 or 3 Oaks, a much quicker option if you're heading southbound, and it is up to speed. Also, there is a crash in Cape Coral at Del Prado and Northeast 6. This is to the south of Pine Island. We're not too bad over the midpoint and Cape Coral Bridge right now if you're heading into Fort Myers. In Lehigh Acres, traffic is starting to slow just a touch on 82, heading west to Gunnery. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for your Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air. Slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy. And then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Other banks charge fees on savings and checking accounts. Doesn't sound good, does it? Capital One reimagined banking. So it sounds more like this. With Capital One, you can open an account with no fees or minimums in 5 minutes. Get started now at a Capital One location or online. Sound good to you? This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Approval required. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter finds the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists.
And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening.
Sure.
Who's able to hear more than what's being said and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
After COVID, can President Trump make a comeback? Greg Kelly says he can win big time. Every weeknight on Newsmax TV, Greg Kelly tells the truth about Trump. Greg speaks with insiders Dick Morris, Ben Stein, Sean Spicer, and more. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Check your guide or see it free on Roku, Zumo, YouTube, Pluto, Apple TV, Chromecast, Amazon Fire, and TVs like Samsung and LG. Watch Greg Kelly tonight on Newsmax TV. Everyone is tuning into Newsmax TV.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. We always appreciate the subscribing to which you do, to which we appreciate. Okay. Happy Columbus Day, by the way. A very, very happy Columbus Day. Jake, a happy Columbus Day to you. Hope you're going to celebrate with fine quality sportswear sales or something like that. Shoe sales. What are you going to do with a Columbus Day?
I'm cutting my grass.
He's going to cut the grass. Which is it is a known fact that in most places around the country, a Columbus Day celebration is nothing without cutting your lawn.
Unless someone wants to do it for me.
Well, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's true either. By the way, can I read you an article from David Marcus from the Federalist in the New York Post about Columbus Day? This is amazing. It says, Happy Columbus Day. Say it loud, say it proud. You want to hear, you know what this is? That's liberal heads popping right now as they're listening to me say that. Happy Columbus Day. Christopher Columbus. Okay. Happy Columbus Day. There, I said it and I mean it. I don't wish you a solemn Columbus Day, nor a mournful one, nor a still guilty one. No, I wish you a happy Columbus Day. It's a day to celebrate the contributions of Italian Americans to our nation's history. That was the original intent behind the holiday, after all, to elevate Italians at a time when they still faced marked bigotry. Did you know that? Did you know that, as an Italian, of which I am? But more than that, it's a day to celebrate a man whose example of courage and determination we need, as they say now, more than ever. Christopher Columbus wasn't just the man most responsible for opening up the new world to the old. He was also an example of the American dream centuries before our nation was born. You're not allowed to say that. Yeah, I'm saying it. The son of a tradesman, he was mainly self-taught in the ways of the world and letters, and began acquiring his sailing chops as early as age 10. This wasn't a privileged young man, but rather one who, through pluck, will, and healthy Catholic faith, rose far above his humble origins and became one of humanity's greatest and most famous heroes. At a time when the world is battling a global pandemic and the economic catastrophe of lockdowns, Columbus offers an example to us about balancing the fear of death against the immortal human longing for prosperity, achievement, and discovery. How about that line? You didn't think about it that way, did you? 4 times he would cross the Atlantic, most famously in 1492 with his trio of ships, the Nina Pinta and the Santa Maria. Each was a potentially deadly, dangerous voyage into the unknown. I mean, think about what he did. Think about what others were doing at that time period. While it's certainly true that Columbus was better at getting to the New World than he was at governing it, his opening of Atlantic trade would change the world forever, arguably save the West and spread the gospel of Jesus farther and wider than anybody in what then was known as Christendom could have imagined. If this sounds hyperbolic, consider that just a few decades before Columbus' first voyage, Constantinople had fallen to Muslim invaders, and that it was only in that same year of 1492 that Christians reclaimed the Iberian Peninsula in the Reconquista. Christendom had been in a battle for survival through 5 centuries of invasions and crusades. The riches of the New World, tapped first by Columbus, ensured the safety of Western Europe and laid the groundwork for its global dominance. The upshot of Columbus's grit and courage is nothing short of the world we inhabit today, one in which Judeo-Christian values through centuries of churn and violence have led to the freest, most equitable, and most prosperous nations in our planet's history. There are those who say that Columbus didn't live with our modern values. It's true, but it's also true that without Columbus, our modern values might very well not exist. It goes on. It's a fantastic article. David Marcus from The Federalist. He's a correspondent for the New York Post. You can see this article. It's called Happy Columbus Day, Say It Loud and Proud. The opinion section of the New York Post. I read this because, again, how important it is to recognize the reason why Columbus Day is a holiday, what Columbus did, the times that he lived in, and some of the things that are not discussed when it comes to Christopher Columbus and discovering new worlds, and how he goes on to say Columbus Day is a time to remember that which seems impossible rarely is. It's a day to feel inspired, to know that we shape the future. So go to an Italian restaurant, raise a glass or two of Chianti to Columbus and the crews who served him. Wonder at all the bravery of those men, and ask yourself what challenges you can face with strength and purpose. But we're not allowed to do that. Because, why? Because there's a group of individuals that say we can't. There's a group of individuals that say that you're a racist if you do this, that you are, I don't know, fill in the blank, and some horrible thing about you or your ancestors or your life or Trump, because you got to include Trump in everything, right? And we're not allowed to say that. So I will, and I'll read that, and I encourage you to read that as well. So that was good stuff. All right. Dave's in Fort Myers wanted to comment on something that happened last night on 60 Minutes. What happened last night on liberal media there, Dave?
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, sir.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Last night I couldn't even watch it. It irritated me so bad, but basically President Trump's talking about his, not really a cure, but I guess he calls it a cure of the COVID-19. But the reporter talked about the medication that he received. And instead of talking about what a great thing that is, that this medication possibly could be a breakthrough, instead he talked about in 2017 tax returns of President Trump that he was an investor in this company. However, in 2020, he was not. I really find it typical of the liberal media. Why in the world does that make any difference? What about the breakthrough? Who cares about whether he was an investor or not? So a little irritated after that. I turned it off, couldn't watch it anymore.
No,
I didn't know if anybody else has seen that.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. I do my best not to watch as much liberal news organizations as possible. But I will say this, that there are some interesting dynamics in how things are reported these days when it comes to this individual, this president, who he is, what he stands for, and how the media is just disgusted by him. But the interesting part as well is how this virus is political. And why is it political? And if you don't think that it is, I'm going to read something from Gallup that just came out over the weekend. A pretty amazing chart when you look at it. And listen, Dave, thanks for the call there in Fort Myers. I do appreciate it. Call anytime, 239-479-5592. Listen to this. A Gallup poll talking about coronavirus. Are you worried about getting the virus? 77% of Democrat men and 80% of Democrat women say yes. 20% of Republican men and 29% of Republican women say yes. Worried about getting the virus. Concerned about exposure at place of work, 57%, 62% Democrats, 23 and 39% Republicans. Avoid going to public places, 70% Democrats, 30% Republicans. I mean, I can go on and on, but you can see this. And all these questions are about the things that you're willing to do in your normal, everyday life activities and how separated by Democrats and Republicans, how people feel. It shouldn't be that way. It should be fundamental. Either it is dangerous and you need to be holed up in your house, or it's not what they are saying it is. And if you are responsible, you're fine. You're not allowed to say that. But the fact that it's politicized the way it is pretty disgusting. And so is the fact that you have a president of the United States at 74 years of age, gets the virus, beats the virus, and you're not happy. As a matter of fact, you're pretty angry. You're trying to find all these answers, other things out there as to why. No, by the way, Scott, no, it doesn't include independence. Why you should be upset with that fact. That kind of makes you a little sick. There's something really, really wrong with you if you can't just be happy that the president of the United States did not die from COVID, is not sick any longer with COVID, is feeling good enough to get back out and do rallies, and somehow you've got to make it about something else. Something's really wrong with you. I'm just saying. Maybe you disagree. Okay. 239-479-5592. Oh, hey, we got some interesting news over the weekend. Climate activist Greta Thunberg is throwing her support behind Joe Biden. Is that right? I guess.
How dare you?
I didn't say what. No, it's true. She's supporting Joe Biden. I don't. And the world continues to roll on, and so do we. I know it. Is that shocking or surprising to anybody? Greg's in Naples, wanted to weigh in a little bit on COVID. Hi, David. Greg. Sorry, Greg in Naples.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Yeah, I'm in my 60s. I'm considered essential personnel. I've worked throughout this thing. We're Americans. We don't cower in a corner. Okay. The fact of the matter is, you take whatever precautions necessary. You try to social distance. I've been in this thing since it peaked, and from the beginning all the way through till now. And as an essential person who my job, actually helps other people get to their jobs, this is insane. To sit there and these lies that they just keep pumping, this fear that they just keep, cramming down your throat.
Yeah.
It's not to say that any one of us can't get it, but if you do your best not to, and you move forward and you live your life, this is absolutely insane. Again, like I said, we're Americans. This is not who we are.
Well, Greg, doesn't the article from the New York Post and David Marcus about Columbus really spell out what essentially is where we are right now, which is if in 1492, Christopher Columbus, whatever you think about Columbus, were to look at a vast ocean and say, I'm not going out there. I have no idea what's on the other side. I might not even make it. I'm staying right here, my friend. I'm not moving. If I stand on this rock, I'm going to be fine. Until, of course, you have the Muslim invaders who come in, who want to take over and pretty much kill you because you're a Christian. I mean, that's a whole other issue there at the time. But what I'm suggesting is that isn't that where we are right now? That you have a choice. You could either live a life now that is going to be cowering, that is going to be not going to schools, not going to restaurants, not leaving your home, and to live in complete and utter fear for the rest of your life and make that your life, or until somebody rings a bell and goes, ding, okay, everything's fine now, you can go out, or not.
Yeah. And then there's all these other things that can you get like the flu. I mean, really? Like I said, I'm in my 60s. I have cancer. I had a stroke. You recover from these things. I have type 2 diabetes, and I still go out every day. And like I said, all the way through the peak of this thing, I can trace my father's side of the family all the way back to a captain of the guards on the Pinta. Okay?
Yeah.
So here we are today. Were they afraid? Well, I'm sure they were concerned, but did they challenge themselves to go above and beyond that? And to save this economy, and I work actually in the trades. Like I said, the key is Trump winning re-election and we going after, improving the infrastructure in this country. I actually instruct and train young people to work in the electronics field, to work on traffic signals and roadway lighting. And the fact of the matter is, this is our future. This is, for those who can't go back to one job, here's another opportunity. When I was a young man, we actually had trade schools, and those have gone the way of the dodo, and they need to be brought back because not everybody's going to go to college, but everyone deserves to make a good living, at an honest trade. And the fact of the matter is we need to move forward and not let this thing determine who we are and what we do and how, from this point forward, we go.
You know what, Greg? I'm going to leave it right there. I love everything you said. Amen.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. There he goes. There goes Greg in Naples. There's a lot to unpack from what he said, but he's right. It's amazing how we do not have trades the way we used to. Like, everybody has to go to, you got to have 4 years ago. No, you don't. The American dream is what you want that dream to be and to pursue it the way you desire to pursue it. We could go all day long about how people in trade who have learned to trade and are making quite the living. A lot more than students and coming back from their 4 years of their college that and then wondering where to go. And we hear that all the time. Students are coming back from college. They don't know what to do. They have no place to... Really? We could change that too. We can make it better for them as well. All right, 239-479-5592. Let's take a break, and when we come back, more of your calls coming up. Stay bright, 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Unfortunately, another crash happened on the interstate, adding to the slowdown. So starting south of Daniels all the way to Bonita Beach Road, the interstate is just slammed and it's not looking good this morning. If you want to avoid this, the best option for right now is US 41, but there's a slowdown on 41, and this is because of a crash at Corkscrew Road intersection. So another option, Three Oaks, but there is a 2-mile slowdown as Three Oaks turns into Imperial Parkway, heading southbound to Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Home is truly where the heart is. To protect it, you need top-quality roofing installed by experts. That's why we chose CFS Roofing Services. Owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. Now my home's weather-tight and beautifully resilient.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Is your pool a pain to operate? Automation is the answer. Use your phone to turn on your spa, and it'll be warm when you get home. Free on-site evaluations. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Vote safe. Vote early. Avoid large crowds and take advantage of early voting for the November general election. Vote at any one of the 11 early voting sites beginning Monday, October 19th through Saturday, October 31st, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. For a list of early voting locations, visit the website lee.vote. That's lee.vote. Or call 239-533-8683.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at Sunny plus tax, title, dealer and acquisition fee, 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires month 5th.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. When we come back, we've got the top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35. There's a lot of court packing talk. What are the lies? What's the truth? What did Joe Biden say? And, it's a truth over facts.
Truth over facts.
Oh, that doesn't get old either, does it?
bowl of doggy do.
All right, so enough of that. All right, so when we come back, we'll have all of that audio on the way. Did Joe Biden lose CNN and Jake Tapper? Yeah, not really, but kind of, sort of, but maybe just for a minute. They'll come back to their senses. It's okay. All right, all of that, plus your calls, 239-479-5592 on the way. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
It's your friend Sean Hannity here. You know, investing in real estate around this great country is something that I take very seriously. Now, I can tell you there are a lot of agents or national companies. They look good on paper or make big incentives or may even offer to work for less money. But one thing I've learned over the years is details in real estate mean serious dollars. Now, I have seen firsthand the importance of working with and trusting the advice of an agent who truly has their hand on the pulse of the local market, that actually live in the market and have proven track records of making sellers money in that city through good markets and challenging markets. There's only one agent I trust, and I'm talking about Denny Grimes with Keller Williams Naples. Look, the only thing more expensive than hiring an expert is hiring an amateur. Don't trust your home to just anyone. Now, I've done the homework. Talk to the agent that I trust for the best advice. Call Denny Grimes about his guarantees today at 489-HOME. That's 489-HOME, or online it's 489home.com.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Slider Man toll free, 866-594-1969.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here. But you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor. That's Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. President Trump will speak at Sanford Orlando International Airport tonight. His Make America Great Again rally will start at 7 p.m. This will be his first in-person rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Lee County is not taking any chances this election. They're testing some of their voting machines, which will be placed all around the county this morning. They're also testing the vote-by-mail machines. Nonprofits, child care centers, and anyone suffering from major medical issues can get money to help during the pandemic. Collier County is reopening its Collier Cares grant applications today. Veteran organizations and public safety agencies can also apply for the money. You have until Monday, October 26th to sign up. The state of Florida is approaching 729,000 cases of COVID-19. 5,500 new ones were reported yesterday and 178 new deaths, including 12 in Southwest Florida. The numbers are higher because the state had to delay reporting Saturday's numbers. A private lab submitted more than 400,000 positive tests that were already counted, so officials had to dig through through that information and remove it. Parents are getting a chance to weigh in on virtual learning. Collier County is sending an email today about the Classroom Connect High School Flexible program. The survey will let parents pick their instructional model preference for quarter 2, which starts November 2nd. Parents can opt to continue with Classroom Connect High School Flexible at-home learning or returning to on-campus learning. If you use McGregor Boulevard, get ready for another detour. Starting this morning, crews are shutting it down between Winkler Road and Dean Way. They're working on the drainage system under the road. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Unfortunately, another crash happened on the interstate, adding to the slowdown. So starting south of Daniels all the way to Bonita Beach Road, the interstate is just slammed and it's not looking good this morning. If you want to avoid this, the best option for right now is US 41, but there's a slowdown on 41, and this is because of a crash at Corkscrew Road intersection. So another option, Three Oaks, but there is a 2-mile slowdown as Three Oaks turns into Imperial Parkway, heading southbound to Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, some pop-up scattered rain will be working their way through. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, very humid with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to near 90. A little bit drier, took out the rain chances. Good amount of sunshine for your Tuesday, your Wednesday. Few showers possible Thursday. Scattered storms on Friday with another front, which temporarily brings in that drier air, slightly cooler for your Saturday, pretty breezy, and then a few more areas of rain on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Steven Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. We always appreciate you subscribing to the channel now. Time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
And so we really do appeal to all world leaders. Stop using lockdown as your primary control method. Develop better systems for doing it. Work together and learn from each other. But remember, lockdowns just have one consequence that you must never, ever belittle, and that is making poor people an awful lot poorer.
Wait a minute. That was the World Health Organization special envoy on COVID-19 urging world leaders to stop using lockdowns as your primary control method. You're hurting poor people. Oh, and by the way, not to mention all the lockdowns and everything you're doing, people not being able to get cancer screenings or not going out because they're afraid to get a cancer screening, and then issues there with mental health as well. And wait a minute. I'm old enough to remember when the World Health Organization was saying, we got to lock down. That's the only way we're going to be able to.
Number 4. You would expect to see, this is a pretty big event for the two of them to be campaigning together for the first time since the Democratic National Convention here in Arizona. We've established, our state has established itself as a battleground state. And so this is technically a big event, but not a lot of fanfare.
Not a lot of fans there. That was at a Biden-Harris rally in Arizona, the first time the two of them together since the DNC first campaign stop, swing state, Arizona. Nobody's there. I mean, nobody. The video is astonishing. There's nobody there, everybody. It was empty. And the reporter's like, is there anything else I can report on?
Number 3.
Moments for customers at a Kansas Home Depot. Police responded to reports of a bomb threat at the store in Wichita. A customer alerted employees. A man inside the bathroom said there was a bomb in the building. Police were able to locate the man responsible for those comments, and that man told police he warned other guests to leave the restroom because he was, quote, fixing to blow it up, but had no intention of causing a panic. Man also told police others in the room laughed, understanding his joke, which I'm just now getting. Home Depot says they will not be pressing charges. But I can tell you right now, you asked the producer for me to read that, didn't you? To Ethan now, please.
No.
Are we going to have to go to a commercial?
No, we're going to get it. We're going to get it.
Wichita, Kansas, a TV station reporting on a guy who was reported thinking about blowing up the Home Depot. He's actually in the restroom, and you heard the rest, and we needed that today.
Number 2.
Now, we've learned that Amy Coney Barrett will portray herself as a mother of 7, as a wife, and as a justice who will be in line with the late staunchly conservative Justice Antonin Scalia.
Wait, that's CNN reporting just a little while ago, Jessica Schneider. They're reporting on the confirmation hearings of Amy Coney Barrett and how she's going to portray herself as a mother of 7, a wife, and in line with the staunchly conservative Scalia. So 3 things. How do you portray yourself as a mother of 7? Do you say like, I only got 3 kids, but I'll tell you what, they're like 7. It's like I have 7 kids. These 3 are like 7. How do you portray yourself as a and the staunchly conservative Scalia, which is so funny because how many times do they say Ruth Bader Ginsburg, that staunchly liberal judge? Nobody's ever said that. These people are nuts.
Number 1.
Sir, I've got to ask you about packing the courts. And I know that you said yesterday you aren't going to answer the question until after the election. But this is the number 1 thing that I've been asked about from viewers in the past couple of days.
Well, you've been asked by the viewers who are probably Republicans who don't want me continuing to talk about what they're doing to the court right now.
Well, sir, don't the voters deserve to know?
No, they don't. I'm not going to play his game.
Okay, I can't do it. There's Joe Biden saying, you don't deserve to know anything. It's just Republicans. You really don't want to talk about something else. Talk about something else. I'm demanding you talk about something else.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Now, I got to tell you that it's humorous how the left, Democrats, the media, Joe Biden, all one and the same, how they're trying to now spin this idea of court packing. Court packing meaning that because the Democrats have learned a valuable lesson in how elections have consequences and how you should learn a valuable lesson that elections have consequences, and that when you have Donald Trump as president of the United States and you have a majority of elected senators, then they get to decide, the president, on who the nominee is going to be for Supreme Court justice, advise and consent with senators, and then we come to a vote and we find out whether or not that individual is going to ultimately be, or advise and consent, and obviously that this person would be the next Supreme Court justice. Elections have consequences. That's how the Constitution works. But no, when the left doesn't get what they want, what they do is they stomp their feet and they tell you that they're going to do some radical things like packing a court. In other words, something that even Franklin Delano Roosevelt couldn't do because his own party pushed back against it in the 30s when trying to push the heaviest of progressive policies for infinitum. Is that fair enough to say? But the point is that that's what the left is talking about doing now, because they're so angry that they are going to do what they only can do, is politicize the court. Take the Supreme Court and make it now another branch of the judicial system here in this government, where they know if they pack it and they have more leftists, crazy leftists on the court than constitutionalists, originalists, textualists that will look at whatever is presented to them in their case and be able to judge whether it is constitutional or not, as opposed to what the left wants to do and make decisions from the bench based on their politics. That if they don't see, this is so important. I hope you get this. This is really important. This is all they have. It's all lies. Right now, we are following the Constitution. The president can do what he's doing. Senators can do what they're doing right now, which is to advise and consent hearings on the confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett. They're going to everything moving forward. It looks as if she will be the next Supreme Court justice, and there's nothing that they can do. The process is proper and constitutional. But understand, the only play Democrats have right now is to convince their base that some of the most fundamental issues for them, Roe v. Wade, Obamacare, are up for grabs with this nomination. And the only thing that they can do now is rile up the base, make it sound desperate to try to get them to get out and vote, and to say that they are willing to do the most radical things in the future to change this decision when they may not be on that side at all. But they have to make you believe it, their base, because they want them to fight back against Republicans. They want them to fight. And they're willing to make these outrageous suggestions. Republicans would never do that, because we all know it's not constitution. Well, it's not something that we believe in the Constitution. It's not something that we want, is packing courts and making them political arms of the judicial system. We don't want to do that. Democrats could care less about the Constitution and could care less about that side. And that is why Jake Tapper, talking to the deputy campaign manager for Joe Biden's campaign, was trying to make the case that you're getting ridiculous. But listen to this back and forth. Like, what are you talking about?
On this question of adding justices to the Supreme Court, I want to play what he said.
It's not constitutional what they're doing. We should be focused on what's happening right now. This court is being packed now by the Republicans.
It's not being packed by the Republicans. That's not what's happening, and it's very much constitutional. What is he talking about? And Jake Tapper is asking the same of the deputy campaign manager for the Biden-Harris campaign.
After the vote,
and he's asking what's going on here.
I want to get to the idea of adding justices to the court in a second, but he said it's not constitutional what they're doing. How is it not constitutional what they're doing?
Please enlighten us, if you will.
His point is that the people have an opportunity to weigh in on this constitutional process through their vote. And we are now in the midst of the election. Millions of people have already cast their votes. And you see that the vast majority of people say that they want the person who wins the election on November 3rd to nominate the justice.
That's
to
a
take
poll.
this
That's
seat.
not the Constitution.
So by trying to that is there's the constitutional process of advising consent. The American people get to have their say by voting for president, by voting for senators. We are now 23 days from the election.
Right, but it's not
Again,
unconstitutional.
Millions of votes. Voters are being denied their constitutional right to have a say in this process.
They
when
elected the
Republicans
Senate.
are trying to ram through a nominee who, by the way, is going to change the makeup of the court. And we see time and time again, poll after poll shows that most Americans vehemently disagree with this. They believe
Kate, that's
that
a
the
poll.
vote should happen on November 3rd.
That's not what the word constitutional means. Constitutional doesn't mean I like it or I don't like it. It means it's according to the U.S. Constitution. There's nothing unconstitutional about what the U.S. Senate is doing.
Whoa, a moment of enlightenment for Jake Tapper. How about that, everybody? He's right. She's a fool. She's running with talking points to rile up the base. And meanwhile, the base is like, yeah, she's right. Yeah, she's right. And she's totally wrong. And even Jake Tapper's like, dude, you're wrong. You're totally wrong. But the base doesn't care. They hate Donald Trump so much that all of that she was talking about seems logical. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. They want what they want. That's the problem. So a couple of things. That's the problem with liberalism and how destructive it is. They want what they want. The Constitution be damned. They don't care about the Constitution, period. Look, if you're a Democrat and you're listening to me right now and you're offended by what I'm saying, then do something about it. Then don't vote for people who don't care about the Constitution. Yes, they do. They care about the Constitution, but they also hate this president. Calm down. Now you're just talking nonsense. You're showing everybody that it's really your deep-seated hatred for the president. Because if you were to take the president out of the equation, take him out of his face, his tweets, everything else, and pre-COVID, you were to look at your life, it's pretty darn good. And you know it. And so the policies have been just fine for you. So take it down. It's just showing how ridiculous you are. But liberals don't care, right? They are willing to agree with all of this, and certainly about how much they hate the president. And the things that they are willing to agree with, even when they're called out by somebody like Jake Tapper to say, this doesn't make any sense. You understand that. No, they don't. Or maybe they do and they don't care. And so, again, as we get through this Columbus Day, as we think about Christopher Columbus today, as we talk about Christopher Columbus today, not in terms of 40% off, what a great deal, but in terms of the contributions of the Italian that was here in this area of the globe in 1492, how the day was about recognizing and elevating Italians, as David Marcus quite aptly put in his article in the New York Post. To celebrate a man whose example of courage and determination we need, to say that there was somebody there on a different continent looking over a vast ocean, not knowing what would be on the other side of that ocean, and instead of saying, I'm not going to move, I'm going to stay in my basement. I'm fearful of leaving that basement. See where I'm going here? But rather said, no, I'm ready to cross the Atlantic. I'm willing to go there along with others who are willing to take this trip. Because they're not going to sit in their basements and they're not going to sit home and they're not going to accept what people are telling them is impossible and you're not allowed to do and you can't do it. That they get on with the world, they get on with their lives, and that Columbus Day is a time to remember that which seems impossible rarely is. What a great quote there from David Marcus. It's a day to feel inspired and to know that we shape the future. Don't allow all the naysayers who line their pockets with the outrage of the guilt steal from for you this history that belongs to all of us. Don't fear their sneers or snide remarks about Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus endured plenty of those in his own day, but rather than cower beneath the criticisms of those who were supposedly his betters, he trusted in himself, in God, and in the limitless possibilities of human exploration. Today is his day, but it's also ours. I love that. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. And the remainder of the forecast right now with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
For today, some pop-up passing rain. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 80s to near 90 and humid.